Hi, it's T with Teaquilts, and today is Wednesday, December 4th. It is 7 o'clock p.m. And if you are already on here in the chat room, this don't apply to you. But if you're watching this at any other time, just know that you're watching an upload of the live chat on said date and time. So I'll just wait a little bit for people to come in. I've seen some people in the chat room. I need to fix my phone so that I don't get noise or notifications, and also pull it up on my phone. My phone is only at 44%, so I hope it holds out for this live. All right, we got a lot of people in the chat room already commenting. Let's see who is here. We've got Phyllis Garner. She says hi, T. Hi, Phyllis. Virgie is here. She says, where's T? I'm right here. Rhonda says, hello, ladies. I'm not usually here this early. Hi, Rhonda. And thanks, Phyllis, for communicating with folks in the chat room. Joan says, hi. Joan says, hi, everyone. We beat her today. I've been sitting here since like 5 minutes till, so I had so many things to do. I have not even been home an hour. I've been out all day. We've got Diane 57 out all day. We've got Diane 57 here. I lost it. Hold on. Hello from Anderson, South Carolina. Hi, Cheryl. June Hanson is here. She says, hi, Miss T and all. Hi, June. And Diane saying good evening to everyone. June Billings is here. She says, hi, T and everyone. Peggy O'Connor is here. She says, hi, T and T Quilters from Florissant, Missouri. Hi, Peggy. And I think that's it. So we only got a few people in here so far. I been busy. I haven't even done a whole lot. Of course, we had, Thanksgiving last week. And let's see if I can cut that on. We had Thanksgiving last Thursday. And then Friday. What did I do on Friday? Oh, Friday I basically did Black Friday shopping for myself because I don't have to buy for a whole lot of children. And I mostly make gifts for my family. But it was some things that I needed that I wanted to take advantage of the Black Friday deal. So I did that. Most of them have come in. I think I'm missing 2 items. I'm not sure. I have to look back and see how many I ordered about 5 or 6 things. And I have a list. And I also have an earache with sinuses draining. But, yeah, so I'm still waiting on 1 or 2 items. I have to check my list because I haven't been home but an hour today, and 3 of them came today. So I'm looking into that. Claudette Bettis is here. Hi, Claudette. She says hi, T and everyone. She's in Anaheim, California. And so yeah, Saturday I actually met again with my scrap quilting club, but this time we had some people sewed. I knew I wasn't going to do anything. I did have to make more Christmas cards. I had like that list that I had thinking I only had to send like 25 Christmas cards. Well, it was actually over 40. So I had to make more Christmas cards that I actually got everything mailed except for 1 or 2 that I don't have their new addresses. So I got that all in the mail on Monday. So I worked on that Saturday, and at the Saturday meeting with the Scrap Quilting Club, I had a machine guy come in. He actually brought someone else with him. He's from a shop, and he brought another worker friend with him. And they actually cleaned 15 or 17 machines. They took about 4 machines with them. for stuff that needed to be more than just cleaned. And so what's really cool is that instead of taking our machines into a shop and having them hold them for a month, we actually have somebody come in and clean the machines doing while we're there waiting for them. And some people did so. I just worked on my addressing my Christmas cards. And so it was a very productive Saturday. What did I do on Sunday? I can't remember. I might have been still Black Friday shopping because a lot of the sales actually went through the whole weekend. And then Monday, I actually put the cards in the mail, and then I did something on Monday. Oh, I washed. It was wash day. So I was actually going through my drawers, cleaning out stuff and getting rid of stuff. So I did that on Monday. And then Tuesday, yesterday, what did I do? Oh, I made shirts because for gifts for my So Busy Guild members. We're changing our shirts, and so I made shirts as gifts because we'll meet not this Friday, but next Friday. But I wanted to get that off of my to-do list. So that's where I am for the week. And then today, Wednesday, I actually met with Kevin the quilter, my quilting buddy. Also met up with Ann. She was also with us in Houston. We were the three that went to Houston together, and we did a shop hop. We actually went to a shop in Boonville, Missouri, which is about 2 hours away from my house. So I met up with them about halfway out, and we went to a shop. It was really nice. I had never been to that shop before. I'm blocking the name of it, but I did buy a couple things. I'll show you that. And then on the way back, we went to another shop in Mexico, Missouri called Homestead Hearth. I do remember the name of that one. So let me see if anybody else is in the chat room that I need to say hello to. And I need to make it so this phone is not turning. Let's see. We've got Kevin the quilter is here. He says, "Hey T, I haven't seen you in forever." Hey T, quilter's foreign near. He is too funny. I've been with him all day. Francine is here. She says, "Hello T quilters. Hope everyone is doing well with all of our different weather conditions." Yes, yes indeed. And hope everybody is safe and healthy as well. I had a second cousin who was in a car accident. Actually, he was stopped and a bicycle ran up on his front glass, and that car looks horrible. And I'm just so glad that the young man who did it was not hurt very, very, very bad to the point of death. He does have some bones that are aching, but at least, you know, he's not dead because he rolled his bicycle up my cousin's car. And I'm sure it was an accident, but it just scared my cousin to pieces because he didn't know if that boy was going to be fine or not. So, and you don't get any information on that kind of stuff, especially when insurance companies are involved. But just praying for that young man. Let's see. I see my Kathy Kelly is here. She says hi to everyone. Bonita Nance is here. She says hi T and everyone. Hi Bonita. And Kathy says hit the like button. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. My brother is here. Ray, he says hey sis and how. Appreciate that. My brother is here. Ray, he says hey sis and how everyone. Peggy says that is a great idea for having the machine mechanics to come into Scrap Club. Sorry I missed it. Yeah, we had a couple people I knew couldn't make the meeting, but that was the day that I knew the shop owner probably would be most willing to not be in his own shop. And then he actually is about like, I want to say like a 45-minute to maybe an hour ride depending on traffic to his shop. So a lot of the people in the Scrap Quilting Club don't use him, but that's who I actually go to fix my machines all the time. So we got Darlene Former here. She says greetings from Northern Virginia. And Francine says he's still here. Blessings. Exactly. Yes, indeed. So I'll show you what I bought today. I'll show you what I bought today. And 2 bags. Well, I don't know. Oh, we went to another store called Satin Stitches in Columbia, Missouri. I'm like, huh? Where did this come from? So let's see if the receipt. Okay, it's Missouri Country Quilts in Boonville, Missouri. And they do have a website, www.missouricountryquilts.com. All I did, because I didn't need to shop anywhere, the people were just so nice that I went just straight to their clearance section, found a couple pieces of fabric that I could purchase, and I bought these 2 yards of this fabric. And I thought that if I did Bonnie Hunter's mystery quilt, that this was a pretty good, this was kind of like the color. And then also bought a fat quarter like that. I don't even know what the colors are. I just like this print and thought, oh, I gotta have some of that. And then also bought 2 yards or 3 yards of this. I can't remember. Maybe what was left. 2 yards and something. Just because it was a weird print. It was kind of different. And these fabrics were $5.99 a yard. Let me make sure. $5.95 a yard. So I just was buying something to support the shop. The owner in there, I want to say her name is Ann, but that doesn't sound right. She was really nice. She had a co-worker that was really nice. And so I just wanted to get something to support the small business, because Boonville is a little rural area, and this shop was very huge, had a lot of different types of panels that were up to date. So they are keeping up to date with their inventory. So I see Kevin the quilter's in there acting up. Go, those are some beautiful fabrics. Can I have a 2-inch strip of those? Sure, anything you want. Although he has some of that color, those 2 prints, those 2 I don't know what those colors or whatever Bonnie Hunter calls them, but it's not a purple, it's not a maroon, it's not a burgundy. It's just one of those weird colors. So then we went to Homestead Hearth, which is located in Mexico, Missouri. And I know some people probably have been commenting, but I'm just going to show you these fabrics real quick. Can you all believe that I went into this store, Homestead Hearth, Mexico, Missouri? I bet you they had about 30 to 40 boats in the clearance section of boutiques. And I wanted to buy every last boat, but I had, you know, to contain myself. The fabric was $2.99 a yard. I couldn't believe it. So I just picked 2. I picked this one because it was different and I didn't have it. I don't normally go for browns. I normally go for real bright stuff. But for some reason, I love these irregular hexies in here. So I bought that. 2 yards of this. $2.99 a yard. And then I bought this yellow because I thought it could be used as a background in some quilt. And I had 5.5 yards or something of this one. So I just, again, was supporting the businesses, especially if the prices were right. And also I bought a book. The book was $10. And I bought this book, the New Hexagon 2, because I have the New Hexagon book 1, or just the New Hexagon book. And I started this, haven't gotten very far, because I find that I am not really a person that likes to do whip stitch. I rather do needle turn applique or something like that. But I think I might end up doing these on my sewing machine and just stopping at the 1/4 inch seam. But we shall see. But I thought for $10, and this book regularly retails for $28, I thought go ahead and get it while you see it. And if not, I can always gift it if I don't want it. I haven't used it, so I'll keep it new just in case, but I think I am going to keep it. So that was from the Mexico, Missouri store, Homestead Hearth. And we went to Satin Stitches in Columbia, Missouri. And I purchased Itch to Stitch, one of their license plates, because I don't think I have one, and this was in 2016. And one thing I've been noticing about the row by row, I noticed that a lot of quilt shops are not as participating as much as they have in the past. I don't know what's going on with that. That was $4. And then I bought this DVD that has embroidery designs on it so that I can make this small wallet. I normally make wallets and give to my family, and I do them all by cutting all the pieces by hand and sewing all the pieces, and you know, it's a lot. So I'm going to see if how much trouble is it to make this instead. And I'm not sure if they'll be ready for this Christmas because I do have something that I can give them already. But at least I have a start on something. And it has 3 different sizes in here. And then they also have it where you can, they have a thing where you can also piece your cover if you want to. So this one wasn't on sale. The only thing I bought that wasn't on sale was this thing here, but I thought it might save me some time. So one last store I went to on the way home, I left Kevin and Ann, and I went to Joann's because Kevin gave me bags. He gave me 2 bags. This is only one, and I have like a 13-gallon trash bag that's about 3/4 filled. He gave me fabric, and Benita's in here. She mentioned about whether or not to bring fabric for if we did those bags at the retreat for the So Powerful organization. And so Kevin had some stuff that was donated to him that he wasn't going to use, so he gave me this fabric. And this fabric is all 100% cotton. And in the instructions, it says if you're going to use 100% cotton fabric to interface it. So what I did was I went to Joann's because this probably wasn't the best day to go to Joann's, but it was the day that I was available to go. And I bought a bolt of 15 yards of interfacing that was $3.99 a yard. It was 40% off, plus like another 30%. So I probably paid about $1.75 a yard for the interfacing, but at least I have some interfacing that we can make the bags with. So that's where we are with the day. I am not going to go through all of these fabrics either. I haven't even shown you the last fabrics that Kevin gave me. But let's see what's going on in the chat. I can't remember where I left off. I know Darlene had come in. June saying, but it never rains in California. Okay. Got Linda Price came in. She says hello to everyone. Hi, Linda. How are you? June says, like your fabric, Linda Price. Did you say Boonville, Missouri tea? Yes, I did. I think that's right. Let me make sure I didn't make up a name, because you know I will. Look for the receipt again. Hold on. Boonville, Boonville, Missouri. And Diane is saying the color is fuchsia, but she's calling it a different color, Diane. I don't know what she's calling it. Kevin, what's the name of that color? If he's still here. And I got one more thing I want to talk about while Kevin's here too, so I hope he's still here. And raspberry is the color in MQ. That brown is beautiful print. Thank you so much, Phyllis. Miss J.A. Coleman is here. She says, hi, T and everyone. Hello, welcome. Eric Oda is here. He's singing Christmas songs. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Felix Navidid. I know I messed that up. And then Diane says, laughing out loud, same color, more inventive name. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is. And they want to know if Eric's been drinking. He says he hope everybody had a good turkey day. Thank you so much. I was with my family and had a great time. We got Remo JS says, good evening, everyone from Bowie, Maryland. Welcome. I'm wondering, what is this noise? And that's my husband. I told you all I was shopping. I ended up getting the Pac-Man game that was on HSN that has Pac-Man, Galaxan, and Galaga. So, yeah, we're already playing with our Christmas gift. I bought that Christmas gift for both of us. Teresa McBrayer is here. She says, hi, all. Hi, Teresa. Judy Smith says, hi, T and everyone. Happy holiday season. Hi, Judy. The same to you. And Linda says she grew up in Boonville. That's pretty neat. Diane says, T, you need to get Teaquilts to make a die for those wallets. I bet it would sell like hotcakes. Well, it probably would, but it's not my pattern. So, yeah. Or the ones that I made before, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Shrivia Henderson is here. She says, hello, T and everyone. Vicky Lemire says, hello. Hi, Vicky. June is decorating her Christmas tree. Sandra Weston says, hi, T and everyone from Olney, Maryland. And Kevin says that color is called framboise. Okay, that's it. Some fancy name. Bonita says, I was having trouble with CashApp. I have my bank accounts linked to it. Every time I try to send Miss T money, they request my debit card number. Has anyone had trouble with CashApp? Wow. Because you've been sending me money before and haven't had any difficulties. And I haven't even received any notifications that you even have tried. I know my niece had told me at one point that she was having difficulty with sending CashApp to me. So, yeah, I don't know what the solution is. I think she ended up calling CashApp, but I can't remember what the outcome of that was. And Kevin talking about, you know I'm here, T, laughing out loud. Vivian Calvi is here. She says, hi, T. Hi, Vivian. Welcome. Okay. So the other thing that, while I was with Kevin the quilter, we have come up with an idea for the block. And he's going to work up a block that I can show you all, like a picture, and maybe I can upload it in the community tab as well, so you'll all know what the block is. But I can like tell you verbally what this block is going to be, but I don't have a picture. So yeah, in the center we're going to start, because this is going to be a signature swap block. And so what we're going to do is, in the center, we're going to use either white Kona cotton, or you can go ahead and use white muslin. Just don't use a real thin one that you can see through too much. Try not to get the cheapest muslin like at Joann's. Don't get the real cheap muslin, but just white muslin, because we want everybody to be able to participate. We want to make that center 2.5 by 3.5. And then in that center, once your block is complete, that's where you will sign your first, last name, and then your city and state. From that center, you're going to then go around and put pieces onto this center rectangle all the way around. And they can be different sizes. They can be like, if you have some strip piecing that you've cut in 2 strips, So it's kind of like a crazy block in a way, but we want it to be going around the center square. And then once you get it to a certain size, we want you to square it up to 10.5 inches. Once you square that up to 10.5 inches, you're going to put a strip on each side in black. That's 2.5 by 10.5, both sides. And then you're going to put a strip on top and bottom, same black fabric, one black fabric to go all the way around. And then that same black fabric is 2.5 by 14.5 cut. And so your block should end up with a 14.5 inch square from edge to edge when you're done. So that's kind of where we're going. Since we were in the car, we had good discussion about it, and that's what we came up with. So if you got any questions about that, go ahead and ask before Kevin pops out of here, because he's a busy man and he may not hang around. He might be in here, but if you got any questions, go ahead and pop those into the chat box. Okay, Bonita, she says she's going to send me a check. Okay. Vicky says she's got her walls and everything all washed down. Took 2 days. Man, I hurt. Are you getting ready to for your Christmas decoration? She says in her front room. Peggy says Siggy blocks, how fun. Eric says, are you talking about like a log cabin? Yes, we're going to be going around in a log cabin, and it doesn't matter which direction you go. We just want to make sure that you use a lot of different pieces of fabric, and we want to make sure, like, don't put, if you're making a 10-inch block and you already have a 2-inch piece, don't put a 5-inch up here and another 3-inch on the bottom. We want to make sure that you're just going around adding lots of different fabrics and print. We want to still make it colorful. And then even when you square your block up, it does not have to be like, that signature doesn't have to be like spot in the center, just so that you've got a round or two of color around that, your center, what we're calling your center square. It doesn't have to be square when you square the block up. It doesn't have to be sitting right in the center. And did you say, okay, hold on. And Bonita says, are you going to put the instructions in writing? Not making notes right now. Yes, I am. I'm just kind of letting you know where we are with the progress on that. So it will be some notes in writing. Kevin's going to make a test block just to make sure that what we're asking you to do is not like very cumbersome per se, because we still wanted to come up with a block that beginners could participate in. But also, if the blocks are a little bit off, you've got that 2-inch black strip around the edge that you can use to square the blocks up so that you could still use everybody's blocks. And we don't have to worry about points for those that are beginners as well. So yes, we still, I'm just letting you know what we brainstormed on. There will be something in writing, and I'll put it somewhere where you can get a link to go pick it up. And Phyllis says, Cheryl says, are we going to swap more than one block? Yes. So let's just say that we have 40 people that sign up. Then you have the opportunity of making 40 blocks and swapping with all 40 people. So that way everybody gets one of each other's blocks. And then you can do with them whatever you want at that point. So yes, and if you only make 20 blocks, just know that you're only going to get 20 blocks back. You won't get a block from everybody, and I can't tell you whose block you're going to get. You can't pick and choose which block you're going to get, because when I get packages, I'm just going to start with whatever package I open first and start laying them into stacks. So that's how it's going to work. I'm hoping that everybody will make however many blocks of the people that actually sign up. And last time when I was here a couple weeks ago, I had like 20 people that signed up. So I wrote your names down if you told me to write your names down. And I don't have that list in my face. It's actually on my desktop in Excel. So, but I did write those names down for people that were interested. And again, you're not obligated to that list. When I get the actual written instructions out, I'll put a list of the names of people that signed up. And if I won't put your full name, I'll put your first name and initial. And then if you don't want to do it when you see your name, then you can just let me know to take you off the list once you see the official instructions for the block. Phyllis says, did you say center block 2 1/2 by 3 1/2? Yes. Center white, no tone on tone printer, because when you start writing on tone with your fabric markers, you see where you go over the white, it's like plastic. And so we don't want that, because that plastic will eventually cake off. And if it cakes off, then that means that your signature is also caking off. And also, when you do your signature, make sure that you are using a fabric marking pen, not a Sharpie. A Sharpie is not a fabric marking pen. Please make sure that you use appropriate pen, and I'll put a list of the pens that I have tested that work, and I will give you some suggested pens. And it doesn't mean that that's an inclusive list. If you know of some pens that will work, that are already in your stash, that are fabric pens, you're more than welcome to use those. But I will give you some recommendations, and I'll write that down right now. And Kevin the Quilter says, since T loves bright colors, let's aim for bright, fun colors in the round. So we want to make them bright if you can. Not every fabric has to be bright. You don't want to use black in your blocks, because we're using black in the frame. So that would be one recommendation, is not to use black prints. Now, do note that if we get blocks and feel like that you put a whole lot of black in them, it's a possibility that your blocks could be returned. I'm just saying. Because that's not, we want something that when we put the frame on them, that the colors on the inside are going to pop. That's why we're picking a solid tone on tone black. No black and white, just a tone on tone black. Diane says, are the strips the same size? And these blocks are for. These blocks are for you. If you make 40 blocks, you're going to get 40 blocks back. So we're swapping blocks, and we're going to make friendship quilts. Everybody is going to get their quilts put together, and then you'll make a quilt, and hopefully you will share pictures and photos of them with me so I can collect them and do like a video of them. These quilts are for. The quilt blocks are not due until like January 1st. I mean, not January. June 1st of 2020. So there's plenty of time to make the blocks. But I just wanted to let you know what we talked about while we were out today. So no, the strips are not the same size. It can be crazy crumb strips, whatever you have, but just make sure that you're doing like rounds going around the center, even if you're using crumb blocks. And I don't have any of them in here to show you that, where it's going around like that. So they're basically going to look like a scrappy log cabin in a way, but it's going to still have, it can still be crumbs. That strip doesn't have to be just one piece of fabric. If you've got a piece left over from doing some strip sets, you can put that piece in there. Ann McNew, she goes, sorry I'm late, I just woke up, laughing out loud. Yeah, I was tired. I did not get a nap, Ann. Cheryl says, okay, great. Diane says, oh, it's a block swap. Yes, that's what we talked about a couple weeks ago. This is a block swap. So everybody that sends blocks are going to put in a self-addressed stamped envelope, like a priority mail envelope where you can put the stamps on them. And so all I have to do is just swap your blocks out and then send them right back to you. Judy says, so this first block is coming to UT. This first block, Kevin is just making so that we can show you what it is that we want you to do. So that's what we're going to be doing. So Kevin, you're still here. When you're making the block, can you show Take pictures of you starting with your 2.5 by 3.5 center, and then take picture where you add at least your first round. So one picture when you add it to one side, take a picture, add to the second side, take a picture, add to the third side, take a picture, add to the fourth side, take a picture. So that's 5 pictures right there. And then go ahead and finish that black out until it's at least larger than 10.5. Take another picture, and then when you square it up, take a picture, and then put your frames on the sides and then top and bottom, and then take another picture. That way we can show them the progression of how you have actually pieced it. A lot of work, isn't it, Kevin? He's gonna kill me. So yeah, so we'll try to take pictures of the steps as he's making the block, and I'll try to add that into the written instructions that we're going to send out. Diane says, when do we start? If you can follow the instructions that I have already given you in this video, we're not going to change those. Then you can go ahead and start your blocks right away. That's why I'm talking about it. Some people need to have written instructions before they can do anything. So again, your centers, 2.5 by 3.5. You're going to add rounds in a log cabin fashion, very colorful fabrics, until your block gets over 10.5 inches. At that point, you're going to square that block up to 10.5 inches, which are all your colors. Don't use black. And then you're going to take a black tone on tone, and you're going to go around the block, left your sides first, and then top and bottom, adding a 2.5 inch strip. So that's basically the block, and that block should be 14.5 inches from edge to edge when you're done. Make sure you use a fabric marking pen to do your name, and you can wait and do that at the end. Just do them all at one time. So just make your blocks, and then we'll talk about the fabric marking pens in another video. And I've done plenty of videos on fabric marking pens where I've done reviews on different marking pens. I had some Arteza pens, and I had some tulip pens, and I prefer Sakura pens, and I don't have any of that right now in my face. They're in the front room, in my long arm, on the other room. So they're somewhere around this house. I don't have any right here, but that's my preferred brand for fabric marking pens. But I'll put all of that about the pens. That part's not important right now, but if you want to start right now, you can. Make sure that your white is a good or decent quality muslin or a Kona cotton. That's what we would really prefer, but we do know some people may not be able to afford Kona cotton, may not be able to afford spending money. So we are trying to be flexible with that. You can be a white, but no texture in the white that's going to interfere with the pen. That's the thing we don't want. We got, hi all, Earlene here from Wisconsin. This should be exciting. Looking forward to the block swap. And we'll do official sign up once I put the information out in writing, so that way we'll know how many blocks each person needs to make. LA Queen is here saying, hi, yeah, better late than never. That's right. Eric says, bright colors. I'm going to use white. That's as bright as can be. You can't, you're talking about, you got to use a white center, and then you're going to use bright colors around the outside. White isn't a color, Eric, being funny. And I don't know what Shrivia is asking me, because I've already explained it twice. So I think she was asking before I got to that. Maybe she came in later. Slowing Down Joe says, yeah, he made it. Hey, welcome. Loretta, she says, hi, T and all. Hi, Loretta. Eric says, take a picture, turn around, take another picture, turn the other way, take a picture. Exactly. That's how you make patterns. He know how to make a pattern. He's very good at it. And then he goes, yes, ma'am. This is Kevin the Quilter. Kevin the Quilter at your services. Laughing out loud. This is going to be so fun. Yeah, he's an excellent pattern writer. So And then when you're done, take 2 pictures. Go away, Eric. um, June says, is the center block to be viewed landscape? Yes, it is. Great question, June. That's why we're talking. So let me put that in here. Because if your signature is in it, we are assuming that you're going to put your signature into this landscape. That's a great question. So, yes, it is. I see your comment, Eric. Oh, I'm in timeout. Judy says, so if 40 people do the swap and then I sold 40 blocks following your instructions. Yes, and then what happened is when you send me your blocks, then I will sort those out and everybody else will get one of your blocks and then you will receive one of everybody else's block. And also it's a great way to actually swap fabrics because different regions tend to promote different types of fabric in the quilt shop. Some of the stuff is consistent, but there is so many fabrics out that there is no way that we could possibly have them all. So that's correct, Judy. And Joan Elkin says, sign me up. I don't know if your name's already on the list. I will go ahead and put it down. Shakita Pearson is here. Hi, Shakita. She says, hello, everyone. She's out of Georgia. Leetta Bryant is here. Hi, Leetta. Welcome. She says, hi, T and everyone. I saw Leetta Saturday. She got her machine clean. She got 2 machines clean. One was a tweak, and she didn't even need the other one cleaned. It was pretty clean already. So, but we had good time. She was sewing on her Bounty Hunter mystery for the part 1. No, Eric, you're still in the corner. So, yeah. So, I think everybody is kind of clear on that now. Bonita Phyllis just sent me $10 through the Cash App, I think. Or what's that? Yeah, she just did that. So, that's weird. It's working. So, I don't know what's going on with Cash App right now. And thank you so much, Phyllis. She is so sweet. Just sent $10 through Cash App. So it's working on my end. And like I said, my niece had a problem, but then all of you all were sending me through the Cash App. So it's just weird how Cash App works sometimes and doesn't work other times. Eric is asking you all, speaking of which, who's doing the Bounty Hunter mystery this go round? I haven't decided to do it yet because I have a lot of things on my agenda. Vicky says, not me. I can't afford it. Sorry. That's okay, Vicky. No problem. It's only for people that want to. We don't want anybody to do it that don't want to do it. We don't want to twist anybody's arm. And if you feel like you can't make that many blocks, you know, try to make as many as you can. Some people won't get it and we'll be disappointed a little bit, but we all understand things happen. But I would like for everybody to try to make the block so that everybody gets one. So I'm not trying to determine who's going to get a block and who's not. It's just a lot easier if everybody sends in the same number of blocks. Kevin's doing Bonnie's mystery. Bonita is asking, was it by account or debit card? I don't know. Phyllis have to answer that. Did you just send that $10 through debit card? Let me see. Because it doesn't tell me how she sent it. It's just a payment. So I don't know how you actually pay. So I can't help you, Bonita. Sorry. I'm going to close that. Go back in here. I got to get back into my spot. I'm sorry. And Leetta is telling Kevin that she finished clue number 1 today. And Kevin says he loved the color combinations of those little 4 patches. And I won't throw you under the bus. Leetta says she's doing the mystery, of course. She's talking to Eric. Phyllis says, you're welcome, T. Wanted to be sure it was working. Okay. And I can also put that into, I can put that on your account too. LA Quinn says, when you say black tone on tone to surround the block, does that kind of mean different black fabrics? The dyslexic kid here. Any black tone on tone. So it doesn't, we're not gonna, if it's a black that kind of reads a little bit gray, like it could be like mottled with gray, then that's fine. Again, I don't have those kind of fabrics in here that I can show you that kind of stuff. I have a, let me see what I can find here with black in it. That would be acceptable. Kevin's here too, so I'm gonna just put some things up and let Kevin decide right here, because you know we were working on this in the car as we were riding. So of course this black here is a solid black, so this would be acceptable. That one fell out of my churn dash. This is what I'm talking about when I say black. It's a black tone on tone, but it's got like, it picks up kind of like gray ish, and I just put it up there, but when I bring it back, it's not as gray as when I have it up in the light. It still reads as a black fabric, but it's got like some gray undertones. That's what we mean by kind of a tone on tone. This one here has polka dots. This is what, I don't think he wants this because it starts to read like it's a black and white print. So he don't want something like this. Or shall I turn it right side up? This was a test block I did. So yeah, and I don't know if I have any other black fabrics in here that I can show you that are more tone on tone. Just any tone on tone that's a black, but no black and white. So I don't have any other ones in here, but I got a whole stack of fabrics that are in my blacks. So anything that's reading black. Phyllis says, does AccuQuilt have a 2.5 by 3.5 inch die? I'm not sure. I would cut, if you have strip dies, that's how I get around a lot of things like that. I would cut 3.5 inch strips, and then on my strip die, if I was doing the centers, and then turn it around, put that strip onto a 2.5 inch die and then cross cut it. You'll have your 2.5 by 3.5 inch pieces. To keep them straight, you're gonna have to make sure that you put a line on your blade, on your board if they don't already have it. It depends on how old your die boards are. You might need to draw a line so that it's perpendicular to your blades to make sure that you lay it on there straight. But you can easily cut 2.5 by 3.5 inch strips. And I can do like a quick video on that if you don't understand what I'm talking about when we put the instructions up. Diane is not doing Bonnie Hunter's mystery. I have too much Christmas sewing to do. Vivian goes, what is a Bonnie Hunter mystery? You all tell her in the chat. And she's saying, Bonita, she sent through Cash Pay. I hope you've seen it by now. Eric says, I only got clue number 1 from last year and stopped there. I think I was able to download all these clues, but I didn't sew not one part of it. Thank you, Cheryl. She's telling everybody to make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Joan says, Eric, I only have done in province, but I love it. Learned so much. Oh, and Diane saying the same thing. AccuQuilt has a 2.5 strip die, and then you subcut it at 3.5. And they have a 3.5-inch strip die. So I have both of those dies. And if I wanted to cut 40 of those and make it quick, I would cut 3.5-inch strips with the white, and then turn those white strips onto the 2.5-inch die perpendicular to the blades, and I would cut the other way, and then you will have your 2.5. So it's really easy. Diane says, look like charcoal. Yes, it is. And this, we understand that all black is not true black. So we're just saying black tone on tone. It doesn't have to be a solid. So we're open. We're kind of open with that. We just don't want something that is truly black and white, or black with a print. We want it to read as a black so that the colors that are in your block will pop. Eric said, well, what's that on you're working on your design wall? Those up on the top is just some stuff that I found while I was cleaning up. Those two pieces on top, those molars. And then this is something that I found. The blocks were already pieced together, and I just sewed one row. Whoops. Over there. It's the total opposite direction, guys. I sewed that one row together, and I think I've got just 2 more rows. I just thought that I would go ahead and sew that, but I haven't been sewing. And I'm also, the next thing I sew, I need to make some binding for a quilt that's on my long arm that's been on there a week because I haven't put the binding on it. I tend to put the binding on my long arm, and I haven't sewed the binding strips together. I do have them cut, but I want to make that. I want to make one of these bags just to see what the process is before the end of the year. And then I also have some stuff I need to make for family members. I'm going to give them those cell phone cases. I need to finish a couple more. Not the cell phone cases, the cell phone holders. Like that. My sister-in-law already got hers, but like these. I just got to finish off some more of those. And then I also have some stuff that I'm working on for gifts, stuff that I'm selling that are gifts. And I can't even put everything up here in YouTube because it's just too much going on right now. So I've been busy filling orders. You all may not see it. I've been also quilting for other people that are Christmas gifts. So you all don't get to see everything that I do. LA Quinn says, that answers my question. Thank you. You're welcome. Diane's telling Eric to be quiet. He's still in the corner. Phyllis says, thanks, Diane. I can use a 2.5 by 4.5 die. I don't get, maybe you mean 3. It's a typo. But we want them by 2.5 by 3.5. Kayla is here. Hi, Kayla. Hello, everyone. Coming in late. Just got home from work. How are you doing? I bet you've been busy for Christmas. She's one busy and fast quilter. She gets stuff done fast. Eric's begging to get out the corner. And Diane let him out. Delina Quilter says, is there a fee for this? No, there is no fee for the block swap. You just have to make sure that you have inside of your envelope a return stamped addressed envelope so that you can get your blocks back. And I'll talk about this a little bit more later because I'm going to do a whole probably video or something where so everything is in one place, condensed right in a row. But when you send stuff through block swaps, you want to make sure that you put an envelope back in so that they can mail you your items back. That way you're not sending money in the mail. Also, everybody's envelope weight is going to be different based on everybody's envelope cost is going to be different based on the weight of your envelope as well as where you live. So the easiest way for you to do that is to send it to me. When you go into the post office, you address it to me. put your envelope inside that you're going to send back to me, a priority mail Tyvek envelope with your address on it. And then what you're going to do is put it inside, and then it's not going to be sealed. You're going to have everything in the envelope, and then you're going to ask the lady, how much does it cost to send this to me? And she's going to tell you what that cost is. And then you're going to tell her you want to do a stamped envelope back with that same postage. And then they can either, if it's just one of those big priority mail stamps, they'll have you put the stamp on there. Sometimes, depending on the weight or where you're from, it might cost a little bit more. But there's a way that you can do a self-addressed envelope that's pre-stamped with priority mail already on it. You just need to ask your postal clerk. So, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, and I'll do a video just on the block swap when we get the blocks actually made. Kevin says, we will have a block swap done for next week's quilters. So he'll have one of the blocks done so we can show it to you. That's what he's saying. Elena Dooley says, I'm doing the Bonnie Hunter's mystery quilt for the first time this year. Nervous, but mostly excited. She normally, there are a few times she's had some complicated piecing or cutting. But normally they're real simple cutting. It's just a lot of it. So if you're making half square triangles, you're going to be making a lot of half square triangles. If you're making 4 patches or 9 patches, you'll be making a lot of them. But her mysteries are pretty cool. Kayla says, I pulled fabric for the mystery in a different colorway, but have cut and sewed nothing. I'm surprised. But when she get going, she'll have it done in no time. It's going to be interesting to see it, too. Cheryl Bean says, hello. Hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I ate way too much. Don't even talk about it. We stopped for lunch today. After we ate, Ann and I was about ready to take a nap in the car. So, and poor Kevin, he's driving and couldn't do it. Oh, okay. Phyllis already had money in the account, so she didn't have to pull. Tiffany is here. She says, hi, y'all. I'm late, but I have a good excuse. I'm hurting too bad to move my body. Oh, my gosh. I hope you're going to be feeling better. Praying for you, Tiffany. Oh, my goodness. Phyllis says, I understood. I will cut the 4 1/2 down to 3 1/2. Okay, just making sure. Oh, Tiffany, I see what the issue is. I'm not going to throw it up here. But Cheryl says, I would suggest each person's put total number of blocks they send in their envelope. And hopefully everybody will be sending the same number. But that's a good idea, too, for people to... We'll have you where you're putting your information on a piece of paper anyway. And this is actually my friend whose husband is in the hospital right now battling for his life. So I hope nothing bad there is going. I did talk to her for a few minutes before, and she was hoping that things were looking up, so I'm hoping it's still the same. Yeah, it's a lot going on right now. So that's a good suggestion, Cheryl. I normally do that with having people put a piece of paper in their envelope as well with different stuff on it. So Diane says, if there are 30 people doing a swap, we send you 30 blocks. Correct. That's exactly correct, Diane. And Francine's also praying for your comfort, Tiffany. Delina says, how do we know how many blocks to make? Do we have to register for it to get a count? Yes, you do. And that'll be in more details. And if you want me to put your name on a tentative list, I will do that as well. But once I come out with the actual video or the instructions to telling you what you need to make, then it's official. And I'll give people maybe a week to sign up. That's all I'm going to give is a week. And then when I come back the next live after that week or whatever, then that would be the total number of people that we're going to make the blocks for. So I can't tell you right now how many people. I think I had about 20 people last week. And Joanne also says prayers. Oh, she's saying prayers for her, for my friend. Thank you so much. So it doesn't matter which way we sign the block, the 2.5 inside or the 3.5 cut side. I want everybody to sign on the 3.5 way. So you have a rectangle, and you're going to be signing your name like this. Name, first, last name, city and state down here. That's what we're looking for. So when this rectangle is sitting in your quilt, this is the rectangle sitting upright. It doesn't have to be spot on center, but we would like to make sure that there's at least one round around that side. We would prefer more than one, but at least one, so when you put the black on it, it has something to pop against on that side. So yes, it does matter. All right. So we've been on here for our hour. I don't have anything else to talk about. If anybody got any questions or something I didn't answer, go ahead and quickly put it in the bottom before we leave. Also, if you can, while you're waiting, can you go out and hit that thumbs up button and come back into chat for me? I would really appreciate it. I've got 70 people in here with only 33 thumbs up. So please help me out. And if anybody else got any other questions about the block, want to be added to the list, and you can also wait. This is not a rush game. It's not going to put you ahead of somebody else. It's just a number count. So you can most definitely sign up when I do the deadline for sign up. And even if you're already on the tentative list, you don't have to stay on that list. Eric says, guys, wish me luck. I am doing my first trunk show at Gill tonight. Oh my goodness, congratulations. And she says, I am nervous as heck. You will be fine. My first time I did a lecture, I was nervous, but I calmed myself down by saying, these are my quilts, and this is how I made them. And if they're oohing and on about my quilts, it was the way that I made them. And anything that you want to share about your process, because somebody you're going to either teach or you're going to remind somebody of something that they should have been doing or used to do and they stopped doing. So yeah, you'll be great, and congratulations, and I'm so excited for you, and make sure you come back and let us know how it was. Benita says thumbs up on the tablet and phone. Thank you, girl. Cheryl says, excited for the swap. Everyone have a great week. Bye, Cheryl. See you next time. Do we sign or print our name? You can sign your name or print your name however you want. I would like it so that it's legible. If you've got a pretty handwriting, go for it. You can also, if you want to, you can machine embroider your names if you want. Just make sure that it fits in the spot and we get your first and last name and your city and your state. So I'm not, because that's even more permanent than a marker, even if it's a fabric, a permanent fabric marker. So I'm not opposed to people that want to machine embroider as well. Tiffany, come on, I'm so lost. I'll just wait till you to make a video. Okay, Tiffany, or rewatch this one. Vivian, just go out and Google, go to quiltville.com. How about that? Go to www.quiltville.com, and Bonnie Hunter's Mystery is on her homepage. It has a link, and it'll tell you everything you need to know there, because it's a lot. They're on they got their first clue last Friday, and this Friday should be clue number 2 coming up. Sandra Weston says, good luck to Eric. Everybody is giving Eric kudos. Wow, Eric, that's tremendous. Congratulations on your accomplishment. Okay, Kayla, she's going to watch from the beginning. Everybody's telling Eric he's got it. Good luck. See, you've got great support behind you. Go forth and be great. So, thanks, everybody. I will see you all. And then Eric did say, thank you, everyone. Big bear hug to you all. All right. So, see you all next week. Bye, everybody. I gotta go play Pac-Man. I really like Galaga better, but I gotta go play the game. See you later.